Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Banished, Colonial Charter playing in New Cardiff. Happy Monday to all of you. Hate to say it, but I think we're actually getting kind of close to the end of this series. Probably sometime either this week or more likely next week, we will be coming to the end. We're getting close to that 250 adult population we had been talking about. Unfortunately, there's still so much more content in this game that I'm not sure we're going to be able to get to. But unfortunately, I have some, some personal projects that I need to be working on. In fact, I was actually contemplating not doing a Friday video at all. You'll see on Thursday what's going on when the embargo drops. Got a lot of recording I'm doing this week. But anyway, but no, I don't want to just drop this series on you guys. I don't want to just sort of walk away. So we're going to continue playing this for a while, but I think we are getting kind of close to the end, and it needs to come to a natural end pretty soon. Alright, looks like the curing barn is done. I guess we'll go ahead and hire somebody to work on it, but I'm not sure we're going to use it for a little while. The only thing we can make here is pipe tobacco. And we are growing a relatively good amount of tobacco right off the bat, which gives it a pretty distinct advantage over the vineyards down over here, because, you know, these guys take a long time to grow to maturity, but the tobacco we can start planting right away. And one of the reasons I really like that we're doing tobacco is because this was, like, one of the primary exports of New World colonies in the Americas, especially in the Appalachian region. Lots of tobacco growing. So I just think it's kind of cool that we're finally getting along to that, you know? Alright, lots of things that we need to do still. We do need to continue upgrading some of our housing. I'm also kind of planning out a couple areas around the sides of the lakes that I would like to continue expanding to at some point. We will continue doing some more farms. I'm kind of clearing some more areas out over here. We're kind of tapping that valley out. We're going to have to do a little bit more planting out in this direction, start farming some wheat we can use to make ale, and so on. We do need to get this mine going, so I can get some coal together, and start refining that into fuel, because we decided we wanted to do that on this side of the town as well. What's wrong with the potter? The potter doesn't have enough clay, it looks like. We may actually need to get another shore house, believe it or not. If we're going to have a potter over here, that's a legit thing, right? Yeah, probably should. Let's see. Resource, shoreman. Can we fit another one right here? Totally can. So I guess we will have to. Let's go ahead and place that there as well. So many shoremen. We need lots of sand and clay. So much. The other thing that we really need to start churning out, though, is a ton of building supplies. We're trying to use copper pipes and bricks and logs and stuff, but it's just never enough. I'm really confused where all my building supplies are going, because I feel like we've had this thing on long enough that we should have a pretty reasonable stack of building supplies, and yet it says we have 0. Like, I know I've done a few construction projects with some building supplies, but not that many. I don't know, it either takes really that long, just that long in order to build building supplies, or we're running out of some supplies somewhere, and it could very well be our copper pipes. We only have 22 left of them. I did assign another worker down here to the metalsmith, but unfortunately it looks like we don't have enough copper, so this is ending up being a problem. We can try assigning another miner here, and I guess I will. But at some point, we're going to kind of exhaust this area, and we're going to have to build a dark copper ore mine shaft, which sounds fine with me. I am expanding the key out just a little bit, starting to build up a connection here. I'm kind of loath to build a massive town out here, because I kind of like the look of the lake, but we can build at least a little bit, and we'll leave this as the proper big honkin' lake, right? Yeah, that sounds fine. Alright, let's go ahead and unpause another building like so. We don't have very many laborers available at the moment. Some of the things that we could play with, though, are some actual decorative features that I haven't shown you guys yet. Let's take a look at some of that real quick, just so you understand that this is a part of the game. If we go here to the walls and buildings for your shoreline, first off, there's a whole lot of stuff that we can build here. For example, if we want to build a house that has to go over the water, kind of like this, there you go, a quayside house. And it's kind of on the little logs and stuff at the top. What's the word? I'm looking for a word here. My brain's farting on me. I don't know, there's a word for what I'm talking about. It's not on stilts, it's on supports. Just some, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, point is, you can have houses that kind of overhang the shoreline a little bit. We could probably fit a couple down here if we wanted to do something like that. You've also got your barns. You've got a meat locker, which I don't know why we would use that. Dry storage. Another fishing area, which I don't see as being any better, really, than an actual fishery. And the radius is going to overhang the land a little bit more, so I don't really think that the key fishery is actually going to be that good. It's far better, far better, to build an actual key and just build the fishery out here. But, you know, whatever. We also have a quayside brewery for whatever reason, because breweries specifically are something we want to build. Here's the thing, it looks freaking awesome. So, I'm kind of tempted to get rid of the existing brewery and just replace it because it looks so much better. By the way, I am going to get rid of this bakery real quick. Reason being, I did forget about a better bakery under themed... No, was it themed? Old sets. Yes, this bakery right here. I loved the look of this bakery. So we're going to get rid of this bakery and replace it. Because I like the other one better. It's not efficient, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright, yeah, I got distracted. Let's go back to the shoreline stuff. So we have all that. And then, you can actually build out some wall pieces for your shoreline. So, for example, if we wanted to do a key wall 3-side, we could do something like this. And I'm actually going to do a diagonal, kind of like so. And then a wall is going to go, let's say, here, maybe? Now let's do another diagonal. A couple of diagonals, something like this, and I'll show you guys what it's going to end up looking like, but we'll do that. And then we'll do a wall side here, and hard to tell where all this is going, to be honest. Here, I think. And what this is, there we go. And see what this does is it creates a nice little wall for your key, for your shoreline. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that special? I think so. I think it looks kind of awesome. Don't bring me down, man. It's cool. But yeah, you got your outside pieces kind of like this. You got some rounded corner pieces kind of like so. Diagonals and all sorts of stuff. And then if you want to have additional decorative pieces and stuff to try and fill this area out a little bit better. What is this? I think it's just too deep instead. We can place a little bit more flooring. Kind of like this. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And fill it out like so. There we go. And now we have a key. In fact, let's just go ahead and fill this whole area out like so. Bam. See? Cool little decorative feature. Does it do anything for you? No, not especially. But it's cool. What is this? A key wall piece that connects the wall to road seamlessly. What does that mean? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. You can see here that it actually kind of... Yeah, it does actually join up with the road really well there. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? Yeah, let's try that. Let's get rid of these. There you go. We're going to try placing you like so. Oh, look at that! That's awesome! Yeah, I don't know what we're ever going to do with that, but it's there. So that's something you can do if you actually wanted to just, like, make the entire shoreline of your town look a little bit more squared off and modernized. That is something you totally could do if you wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and place a little bit more right here, just so it is consistent. Come on. Why can't you build here? Can you not? Oh, that's weird. I'm not a fan of that, but oh well. There's also some trimming and stuff you can manually do there. There's a diagonal block like so. I don't know. It's cool. I think it's cool. Did we get rid of this? Yes, we did. We got rid of the bakery. Alright, let's go back to the old sets and let's build out a better looking bakery. It's rustic. It looks slightly French. Or something. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't know. But I've been to France, so I can say things like that now. We'll place you kind of like, you know, it's not a lot of room for anything else, so you know what? We're just going to place you here. There we go. We'll build that out. I am doing so many building projects, but now it's harvest season, so we're getting all of the cotton, sunflowers, and everything else. I am building out a barn over here. Reason we haven't gotten this gosh dang city windmill is because we never have any building supplies. Again, I'm telling you guys, it's super duper annoying. We need to find a way to mass produce this stuff. And you know what? I'm going to have a second worker here. Maybe one of the reasons we're having trouble is because we don't have a second person gathering supplies. So there's so much downtime in between. And that could be. We have a couple of building supplies here, apparently. Apparently. Are they not getting ferried over where they need to be? I don't know. No, we're building some more. Yeah, we're making some building supplies. It's just taking a long time, and we're using up our copper pipes in the meantime. And the building supplies are going somewhere. Well, hopefully they're going to get delivered over to this windmill. Looks like they are, actually. We got another one delivered. So eventually, I think we'll be able to get that windmill going so we can start making some bread. Let's plant some... You want to plant pumpkins? I think we need to plant more wheat. So let's go ahead and get another farmer working here. starting next season, of course. We will plant some pumpkins. We also have room for some beans and stuff like that. We need to introduce a little bit of asymmetry to these farms. It's a little bit, it's a little too squared off for my taste. We're not trying to create city blocks, are we? No, absolutely not. Let's go ahead and build out some more roads. I did see a comment a while back saying you shouldn't do roads and stuff, it's less efficient. I know, but it looks better, and it also helps people travel around a little bit faster. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't need the roads. The roads are completely unnecessary. I get it. Oh no, someone died. Crushed by a rock. Stone cutting, man. It is a deadly profession. Alright, the windmill is actually going to get built now. Finally. Thank God. We're actually running a little bit low on laborers. That's fascinating. Let's see. Do we want to build some more housing and stuff? Could do so. Do you want to build some quayside housing? Ooh, grapes! We got 71 grapes. It's not a lot of grapes, but we got some grapes. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the winery and get somebody working. You know, I actually kind of liked the look of the old-fashioned winery a little bit better, too. If we go here. Where was it? It's here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, that looks way better. Look at the big honking barrels. Now, here's the thing, right? So we're getting some wine. I feel like we would need to have some barrels in order to make that, wouldn't we? And by the way, it doesn't have to be made of just grapes. It could be strawberry, watermelon, plum, mulberry, blackberry, raspberry, cordials and stuff. Sure, that's perfectly fine. However, we're doing grapes because I'm a purist. We do need to build a cooper. That's something I would like to do today. So let's go over to this side of the town. We are going to go to refined resources. I think it's under crafting? Yes, a cooper. This guy's going to take some logs and make barrels and crates and all sorts of useful stuff, and we'll place you right there. And bring down a few builders. Alright, we've actually lost some adults. Enough people have died recently that we are actually going down in population. This shoreman is available. Let's go ahead and start working that and dig out some more clay so we can use the potter, who is producing a reasonable amount of pottery so far. Reasonable. Why are we getting capped out on bricks? Are we capped out on materials? I don't feel like we ought to be, but let's raise up the cap. Don't stop, man. Don't stop. Oh, I also wanted to build a little well. It's a silly little touch, but I think we need to have a well here. We'll choose the roadless one. Why can't I place you here? There's no road there. I should be able to. That's bizarre. Why can't I place one there? I need to mess with that. Let's remove some roads. Let's find out why we can't. So, do we want to buy anything else here? I guess we could go for... You know, we could go for some apricots and stuff like that. Coffee could be fun. Red mulberry, no. Parsnips, figs, blueberries. I'd like to get blueberries. I like blueberries. Blueberries are good. Huh, cherries and stuff like that. Oh gosh, there's so many things to get. Let's go for the blueberries. I'm a sucker for farming in this game. I really am, aren't I? Let's go for 1334, and we will trade for 1 blueberry seed. And trade. Thank you. Okay, now we have blueberries available to us. Did we finish up the farm over here? Yeah, we did. Do we want to plant blueberries there? Or do we want to plant... You know what? Let's switch this over to wheat, and let's start growing some blueberries. Blueberries. Again, it's just cool. It's just cool. I like... I just like the farming in this game. I do. All right. Population. Still not doing great. Yeah, more housing needed. More families need to be started. We're going to hit a death spiral if we're not careful. Hey, I think the bakery is almost done. Looks like it's already got some moss/algae growing up the sides. That's an interesting architectural choice. How'd you make that happen? Nobody knows. Nobody freaking knows. Turn on another house over here. If I can ever start churning out the building supplies, I will happily start upgrading more things to these country houses. But, so far, it's not really been an option. Smokehouse. Right, so in order to make this work, we do need to get some of those barrels. One of the reasons I'm getting the cooper. What else did I want to do? I'm trying to think that through. Can't say that I rightly remember. What are we having trouble with here? I think it's the copper. We're not getting enough copper. Why did we lose a bunch of miners? Oh, I know why. It's because the mine over here must be done. Yes, it is. Alright, let's go ahead and reduce the number of people working here. Down to, let's say, 5. How many miners do we need, then, if we're going to do that? Miners, 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 miners. There it is. 22. Yeah, we're losing a lot of population. A lot of people going off and dying, either of old age or in the mines or something. We need to create a stockpile down here, don't we? Let's do that real quick. Stockpile. Can I fit one right here? Not a very long one. Can't fit one here for some reason. Why not? Seems a little bizarre. Okay, let's create a stockpile right here. There we go. And we'll be able to drop off some coal. The coal will have to get moved over here. In this area, I guess we'll go ahead and farm up some pumpkins. There you go. Get up a new farmer going. Look at this area. It's looking great. And the windmill is done. Apparently we need to have somebody working here. Makes sense. We could turn the wheat into flour or cornmeal, barley, sorghum, oats, rye. Rye is what I want to turn into that. So let's go ahead and turn you on. And we will activate the city windmill. And I assume these are millers. Yes? Yes, millers are the profession we have here. We've actually got most of the professions done here. We don't have any tinners. We don't need vendors for stalls because we have vendors for an actual marketplace right now. Still missing soldiers. Soldiers and stuff and really don't serve much of any purpose. We're not playing on a map type where you would have to worry about things like, I don't know, natives attacking you and stuff. So it's really more of a vanity project. As far as I'm aware, soldiers don't do much of anything. Sugar boiler is something I do want to do at some point. Silk farmer probably will never do. Shipwright, eventually we'll get to that. Sailors, and I don't think are useful. Quartermasters, kind of the same boat as the soldiers. Preservist, we actually can have one here. What are we preserving? Oh, the smokehouse, right? But we don't have barrels yet, so we'll hold off on that. Potters are doing their thing. City officials for the governor's office. I'm not sure what they do, honestly. I'm not sure if they actually do anything. Why did we greatly reduce the number of miners needed? I have no idea. Okay. Melters, if we ever want to make money using the gold and silver, could use that for trading. Not sure if I'm ever going to do that, but we might. So that might be something to do in the future. Joiners, if we wanted to make furniture, which we don't right now, but we have been doing that in the past. Adventurers are good for exploring temple ruins, which we do not have on this map type. So I don't know if they do anything for us at the moment. Ale wench. It says that that's good if you want to have someone working the inn and garden. And you know what? Let's go ahead and have an ale wench. I don't know if it does anything. It seems to me that people are able to come over here and get what they want anyway. And we have produced a tiny bit of wine, apparently. But we'll do that. Apothecary is something I would like to get. Let's see. Bootleggers, don't really care about that. That's just for smuggled goods. Carvers, if you want to make statues. Chartered deputy for chartered trading facilities, which, again, I'm not sure I'm going to do. Dairy workers, I want. Distillers, I want. Garrison, same as the soldier. Gem cutter. We may have some gems, but not very many. Grove tender for mulberry trees, which, again, I don't really care about. So we've got most of the stuff in this game at this point. Most of that stuff, as far as professions are concerned. But we are missing quite a few other different types of buildings and refined things. We'll get to that, maybe, at some point. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's go to this chandlery. We don't have enough tallow. We have plenty of beeswax, though. Somewhere on the order of 2,600 beeswax. We're doing great there. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that next. Yeah, how are we looking on building supplies? What are you producing here? You produced 11 last season. It's not a lot. But we have stocked up 9 building supplies, which is better than I usually do, so we'll go with that for the time being. Who's not working here? The tin ore mining shaft. Why do you have no one working here? Did I turn off tin? Oh, we're out of tin. Never mind. Okay. We need to upgrade this thing to a dark tin mining shaft, which is going to take a couple more builders. Dig deeper into the world. There we go. Cooper's done, so we can take regular logs and turn it into all sorts of things. Casks, barrels, and crates. We'll turn them into barrels for now. Let's go ahead and hire some people to work that. And we're actually keeping relatively consistent in our number of logs. I'd like to get more as time goes on. How are we doing as far as salt? Producing a reasonable amount of salt. What are we running out of is really the big question, isn't it? Building supplies, buff coats, which we're just sort of recently producing. Cured leather, yeah. Have a little bit of eggs, ducks. We have some domesticated animals. If we can ever get to 12, we'll actually get some dairy. which I actually could try to get more of these. They're just random animals throughout the world that you just domesticate. I think most people think of, like, milking cows and stuff, although I don't think there are wild cows around here. Maybe some, like, goats, I don't know. Apparently, whatever they are, you can milk them. Cats, you can milk cats, absolutely. Why not? Let's see. We're actually running a little bit lower on furnace fuel, interestingly enough. That is interesting. We have some gold ore, glassware, grapes, yes. I don't know what hardtack is. I think that's bread. Hardtack bread or something like that. Ropes we're running low on, but we have some reeds. Joists, not producing those. Iron tools, we're making steel tools, so we don't care about that. We're low on rye, interestingly enough. Wool. Most of the stuff we're actually relatively okay on here. Relatively. So, really, we just need to keep producing more building supplies. And keep on top of our iron and our stone and stuff, and then just keep refining more and more stuff. I think that's what we need to be doing. Let's go to the roper for a little bit and start turning some of these reeds into rope. Just get a little bit more. We're going to need some of that stuff. We should be doing fine on candles and so on and so forth for a while. Anything we need to do with this key right now? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the key at this point. We've gotten pretty much all the value we need, aside from just, like, you know, expanding it for the sake of it. I don't know what else to do. We could join them up. I just don't see a point. We're going to anyway, because this is what people asked for. But aside from getting more housing, more fishing, which we don't really need a lot of food, although, I mean, we don't have 20-something thousand food anymore. We are going down. Yeah, we're going down. We may want to get some more food production at some point soon. We are out of grapes, unfortunately. But they're fetching more grapes. We need to get a little storage area in this area. Someplace for them to put these grapes. Because I think they're having to walk around too much. So storage, small barn would be great, but we're going to need to expand something out here. Now, I actually wanted to place a house here, a special kind of house. A Gable House. Which looks like this. Which is so awesome. Look at that. That's an amazing house right there. It's amazing. I want to have that. Let me do something real quick. Let me flatten this area out. Just because it looks silly not having the roads joined up. There we go. Yeah, so where can I place storage? I could try to get like a slanted storage barn. Can we find that somewhere? Storage lean? I don't want that. Edibles. Fruit. Can totally do that, which is interesting. Fruit lean-to. Small fruit storage. Grapes count as fruit. Vegetable, protein, grain. I have no idea how much this stores, but we could try it. Huh. Where's the other ones, though? Magazine? No. Dry goods storage? No. Grain silo. Ooh, that looks cool. Ooh, I want to get one of those. Look at that. Beautiful. Meat locker, root cellar, bank barn. A large storeroom building that must be built on a slope. It's apparently a little bit too much of a slope. Okay, we're not going to be able to do that. Resource depot, no. Huh, let's try doing a fruit lean-to. Let's try it. We'll place one there, and we'll see how much it's able to store. Not sure if it's a lot, but it's worth a shot. So the baker is able to produce some hardtack bread. So let's try switching this over to nut bread. We're going to have walnuts available. We probably should consider building another orchard out here at some point. Growing our pumpkins. Yay! Yeah, let's try building another dense orchard. I'm going to place one. This might be a little bit oversized, but we'll do this anyway. Get an orchard going. Grow some more walnuts and stuff. What did we just get? Oh, right, blueberries. That's the other thing that we got. We are out of rye flour. We're not growing enough rye, clearly. We probably don't need this many oats, because as we get wheat, I'm going to switch this thing over to making wheat ale instead. A proper Belgian wit. So to that extent, we should get more rye going, probably. We also need to get something for these sugar beets. There's so much to do and not enough time, unfortunately. Up to 180 population, okay? That's not terrible. Grapes are coming in. Good. How much are you producing? About 900 grapes so far. So the question is this winery, you know, going to get overloaded, or is there not enough grapes to keep it working all season? We don't know yet. But here's a fruit lean-to, so that's done now. We should get an apothecary. Something I said I wanted to do, right? Do some of these building supplies. Where to place it? Oh, it almost fits here. So close. So close. And yet, so far. Alright, we'll place an apothecary over this direction, I think. Right here. Get some proper medicine going. And I think we need to be ending up this video, unfortunately. Growing those blueberries, what do we get? Got 682 blueberries. It's not terrible. I really feel like we need to get more orchards, though. And stuff like that. Merchant has arrived. What do you got for me? Charky, beef jerky, whale meat, corned llama, pork, frog legs, mutton, beef. Is that scorpion? For some reason, as I started scrolling down, my brain interpreted the scrolling letters to say scorpion at some point. I'm like, what do you mean you're eating scorpions? Although you totally can do that. Down in the desert, in some places, people do that thing. Mexico, for example. Other places, too. So we are producing some barrels now, which means we can turn on the smokehouse. Whoops. Didn't want to get a city hospital. Turn this on. We're going to make pemmican, I guess. Not that pemmican sounds very appetizing to me, but we'll do it anyway. Maybe we'll do smoked fish. You know what? We're going to do smoked fish instead. That sounds a lot better. And I'm going to end this video up here today. So again, we're going to try to end this series up relatively soon. Either this week or next week. If there's things you want me to be doing, let me know, and I'll try to get to what I can before we end things. But yeah, we're rapidly approaching that time. So let me know what you guys think, and that'll have to be that. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.